Be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And right away, whistles and a flag down. And I believe we'll start the night with a 1st and 15. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This time, Trubisky will throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Going to throw right side here, complete. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. Garoppolo on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He had 2 catches in the wild card game, and he's matched that total in the first quarter here in this one. And a 1st down as well. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll go with the keeper. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Gotta go.
What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Lock in.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Reuben Foster coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
18.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. They've got his man complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 55 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Come on, gotta go.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Akella Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
21.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
12.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Eluding the pressure right. Finding room inside the 40. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to fly on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When he made his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Miller on the catch over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there of 22. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. Off the toss, Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Harkey with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
This is Breida. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him for his second sack of the night. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. This is Cohen on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is Cohen. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Trubisky will throw. Finding Gabriel, complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Throwing here, Trubisky. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure the guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Curry. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears will extend their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
21.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's pulled in at the 32. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Gotta go.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The screen pass here to Cohen. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Red, up.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited.
Starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone, and it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. In for the score. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the 2nd half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now it's Breida, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They run for it with Breida, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now it's Trubisky. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
This is a question of who wants it more. Easy to get stuck behind all the big bodies, but you've got to find a space and fight forward for the first down.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They get it to him running left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Now a toss coming right side. That's Cohen. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they're going to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe it'll play a little bit better.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Garoppolo now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. They run with Breida, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On the crossing route, complete. That's Vaughn. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Play action. Garoppolo. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw, and he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, Garoppolo. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll toss it to Breida. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. For the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. As his guys are in for 6. And the 49ers get a score closer. And it's up and good. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark. No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies. And they got the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here. I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time? I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Garoppolo now. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 58 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They try again with Cohen. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.